One of the first jobs before we set off is to clean our van. And that's just what Mick's doing, just finished work.
Motorhome's clean already. All we need now is some keys for it. Has Cath lost them, haven't you, Cath?
I have.
Yeah, so we've got some spare keys, but I don't want to spend a couple £100 getting extra ones in case we can find the ones we've lost. Anyway, we're going to go look in bins now.
Just going to the bins now. I think I've done something stupid, but we'll have to see. We're looking for a key, and I think I might have thrown it in a bag in the bin, but we shall see. I'm just saying.
I'm doing a bit of recycling while I'm at it. Someone's chucked a telly box in one piece.
I think it was this one.
I'm nearly there.
Well, one of these bags. I'll come back to you. No, I don't think it's in here.
Well, you said it was in here.
I thought it were in here. I've
I don't
looked.
have that much.
Is it in this bin here? Not in that bin. I won't have put it in here, will I? No. I could have swore it one of these white bags, but you've put them all in.
Yeah, that's only that one. And this one that I've emptied.
Let me have a look.
It.
Let me have a look.
That's it then. We've got one side door key, one ignition key, one passenger door key, obviously on the ignition. So I'm going to have to go and get some cut in York.
First time we've been rooting in bins, innit?
Well, I don't know, you don't know me, Cath. My secret life.
So that's it.
I love a good bin dip.
So the only other place you haven't looked in, which it should not be in, is the tractor.
Can't be a tractor.
Oh,
She's done it.
I've done it. He threw them to me, and I thought I'd put them on the hook, and we cannot find them anywhere. Oh well, back to it.
I'm going to do a little drain down video shortly, but I'll just show you what I found here. I came round here, been looking for the keys for 2 or 3 days. Keys! Now that means that I had the keys last, and I must have gone back to the motorhome. I just went in to get a little short pipe to fill a water bowser, and I'd forgotten all about it. So Cath gets a big hug and a bigger apology, and I just have to be careful what I'm doing in future. I always get blamed for keys, and it just shows. It's usually because it's correct. I'll show you drain down in a minute. Check the oil, the water, tyre pressures, everything. And at the moment it's a bit of a tip. I'm just in there doing the drain down because it got down to 2.5 degrees in here last night. So I'm just doing a drain down. I'll show you a little bit about it. Right, I've just gone to the seating where the water pump is. On the right is a big fresh water tank, and we've got this incorporated in it, which is there's a FLOE air compressor thing. Well, it's not a compressor, it's just a connector. So that goes down to a T there, which we've opened. Over there is a valve which I've closed to stop the air blowing into the tank, because obviously the tank's a big chamber of air. So I've closed it, so when I put air into this, it goes through the pump and up to the taps. We set the little compressor to 15 psi, if it's going to come on. Right, so we've got this set to 15 psi. I'll start it up and I'll show you what we do. I've already done one tap. I should have videoed first. But that's a little compressor connected to this, and it's going to go through the to do everything. So we go. It's a lovely autumn morning on the campsite. It's got to 15 and it's cut out. I'm going to turn this tap to warm. Look how much water there in there. So that's the hot and the cold done in the kitchen. I'll just set the compressor up again. Right, the compressor's got back up to 15. I hadn't charged the battery, so I just had to bring this in to charge the battery. That's what we bought. Not given, we weren't given it. We bought the DJI 1000 version 2 to help us out when we get going. I'll tell you a little bit about that at some point, but it's not sponsored. We did buy it, 529 I think it was. Right, we're going to the kitchen, the bathroom with a dirty mirror. Going to the cold tap. Just look how much water was in there. Unbelievable. So if you just open your taps and your drain valve, your dump valve, it's not going to work. I've got to charge it up again. Back up to 15 psi. So we'll come back into the bathroom. Put some lights on. Go to hot. That's all the air in the pipes has blown through the hot tap now. I'll turn that one off. Close it. As I said, it's a bit of a mess because we've not set off yet. Put it back on up to 15. That's just cut out again now at 15. We'll go in the bathroom. We'll do the cold first. So the shower's down in the bottom there. That didn't take too long. And the last one. I'm going to clean that bottom in a minute. So that should be the last of it. I'm just going to pressurise it one more time and just make sure, although I don't think it needs that. Right, I've pressured it up for the last time now, and this time I'm going to go to that far end little valve, which might have water in it from the tank to there. So if I open this one, I should push it back into the water tank. If I can get it shut open, I mean. No, I didn't hear anything there, so I should imagine that's alright. And that's it. So then I'll just disconnect this. Disconnect that. I could take this off if I like, but I'll leave it on. And at some point, if you notice, it's a bit of a bad design, because the pump and everything's there with the pipes going in this way. But I could in fact just put the pump there with the pipes. It's easily accessible, it's a flip up lid. This other part, if I want to get into this part, I've got to take all this board off. So it'll be a lot quicker, easier to access, easier to fix and replace and observe leaks. Anyway, so that's your drain down. That's another little bit done.
One of Mick's last jobs for moving vans, I think he's got 2 vans to move, this one and another one. So he won't be doing this for much longer. I wouldn't like to be doing that. So that's going up to one pitch and they're taking another one off to replace it with that.
Got a little static caravan on the back. We're taking it up the site. This is probably the last one that's going on this year. That's Craig, the manager, up front doing it zigzagging, I don't know why. Stuart in the landy up top and Cath behind doing a bit of spotting at back. Beautiful day for it, look at that. With the, what's that van over there? With the nice autumn colours.
So we're parking this one here because we need to get the other one off that this is going to go on my space. So this is getting parked here. This is the van that's being removed and the old decking will be going back on the new van.
That's the van nearly off the pitch. We've just got to put some boards down. Stuart's putting some boards down across the grass because it's very damp.
Look how close that is.
Alright. Climb to the boards, Mick, hang on. Thanks, fire.
Let me get one more.
One more and we're right.
It's very narrow, but I'm sure they'll get it through without scratch. Oh, the fun of being a campsite warden. This van is proving extremely difficult to get onto the pitch. We're trying to winch it, but there's a dip down there, so the wheels on this van keep spinning. All very interesting.
Just on our way back to finish this this caravan off. Static caravan. Been a bit of a pain. We normally get them on in a breath, but this one's been a bit awkward. These lovely trees. And over there is where we'll be next year. Next summer, we'll be in and out of here. Look at that railway bridge. Strange place to have a railway bridge, isn't it? Except there's a railway cut-in that runs from right down there right up to the far end of the site. Well over a kilometre. A lovely dog walk. That's it for me and Cath then. Retired. No more warden work. And very shortly, a couple of days time, we'll be setting off down to Quesada on the Costa Blanca, which is where we'll be based through winter. Tripping out from there into the local area with the motorhome. And also some visits to Benidorm to meet friends and to do some vlogs up there as well. So I hope you'll join us and subscribe and keep in touch with what we're doing. That's if you're interested, of course. If not, you'll be long gone by now. The first vlog will be in a few days' time when we set off from here, from Port down to Portsmouth, to go across to Bilbao, northern Spain, and drive down to Quesada, where we're based for the winter. From there we'll be going out and bringing you some travel vlogs around that area, and we'll be going up to Benidorm and showing you around there. We'll also be giving you a rundown of the costs as we go down to Spain, the fuel costs, etc. And we'll keep adding the costs up as we go along on our travel vlogs, and keeping a budget, a spreadsheet, which we'll share with you at some point. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and we'll see you on the next video when it's Viva España. Adios, amigos.